It's hard to believe, but PlayStation's journey started nearly 30 years ago. In 1994, Sony launched its first console, the PlayStation, and changed gaming forever. Before making its own console, Sony planned a CD add-on for Nintendo's SNES, letting games be stored on discs instead of cartridges. But when Nintendo demanded full licensing control, the deal fell through. Sony didn't give up. They created their own console, giving birth to the PlayStation brand. Fun fact, the prototype, known as the Nintendo PlayStation, later sold for over $360,000. PlayStation 1. Finally, in December 1994, the original PlayStation was released in Japan. It soon became a huge success worldwide. The PS1's main advantage was its use of CDs instead of cartridges. While cartridges could only hold 12 to 15 megabytes of data, CDs offered 650 megabytes. This allowed developers to create bigger, more detailed games. Popular titles like Final Fantasy, Crash Bandicoot, and Metal Gear Solid helped the PS1 gain massive popularity. The controller was also revolutionary. Unlike flat controllers of the time, the PlayStation controller was thicker for a 3D feel. Its iconic buttons, triangle, square, circle, and cross, had special meanings. Later, the dual analog and dual shock controllers added analog sticks and vibration, making gameplay more immersive. PlayStation 2. In 2000, Sony released the PlayStation 2. It became the best-selling console of all time, with over 155 million units sold. The PS2 moved from CDs to DVDs, allowing players to watch movies and play games on the same device. Players could go online, and the visuals were better than ever. Later, the PS2 Slim was released, making the console smaller, quieter, and more energy efficient. With a library of over 4,400 games and 1.5 billion copies sold, the PS2 firmly established PlayStation as a gaming powerhouse. PlayStation 3. In 2006, Sony launched the PlayStation 3, marking another major leap in gaming technology. This time, the console switched from DVDs to Blu-ray discs, which allowed for much larger and more detailed games. However, this advanced technology made the PS3 expensive at launch, $499 for the 20GB model and $599 for the 60GB, leading to slower initial sales. Despite the high price, the PS3 eventually sold over 87 million units, surpassing the Xbox 360. It introduced Wi-Fi connectivity, the PlayStation Network, and an internal hard drive for saving games, so memory cards were no longer needed. The PS3 gave us iconic games like The Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption, and the start of the Uncharted series, which became a fan-favorite franchise. Fun fact, Sony's PS3 processors were so powerful that the U.S. Air Force once linked 1,760 consoles to create a supercomputer called the Condor Cluster, which ranked as the 33rd largest supercomputer in the world.
PlayStation Vita. In 2011, Sony launched the PS Vita, a more advanced handheld with dual analog sticks, a 5-inch OLED touchscreen, rear touchpad, motion sensors, and Wi-Fi and 3G support. Despite its impressive hardware, it couldn't compete with Nintendo's 3DS, which sold over 75 million units compared to 15 million Vitas. It could even connect with the PS4 for remote play, but sales remained low. In 2019, Sony officially exited the handheld market, marking the end of their portable console era. PlayStation 4, PS4. Released in 2013, the PS4 learned from past mistakes. Priced $100 cheaper than the Xbox One, it sold over 1 million units on the first day, and eventually over 113 million units by 2020. The console offered stunning graphics, social sharing, and PlayStation Now, a subscription service for streaming hundreds of games. The DualShock 4 brought a touchpad, a share button, a light bar, and a more comfortable design. Later, Sony released the PS4 Slim, which was smaller and quieter, and the PS4 Pro, which let gamers enjoy 4K graphics and HDR for even better visuals. Games like God of War, Spider-Man, Uncharted 4, and Horizon Zero Dawn made the PS4 a massive success. PlayStation 5. In 2020, Sony launched the PlayStation 5, competing directly with Microsoft's Xbox Series X and Series S. Two models were released: the standard PS5 with 825GB Ultra HD Blu-ray drive for $499, and the digital edition without a disc drive for $399. The PS5 delivers stunning 4K visuals at up to 120 frames per second with realistic lighting through ray tracing. The Tempest 3D audio engine enhances in-game sound, making gameplay more immersive. High-speed SSD storage drastically reduces load times, and most PS4 games are backwards compatible, so players can continue their favorite titles. The new DualSense controller replaces DualShock, featuring adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, a built-in microphone, and a USB-C port for fast charging. These innovations make the gaming experience more engaging and responsive. Fun fact: getting a PS5 has been really tough because of COVID-19, a global chip shortage, high demand, and scalpers buying them to resell. PlayStation VR2. In 2023, Sony launched the PlayStation VR2 for $550. It brings 4K HDR visuals, eye tracking, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and 3D audio, giving gamers a fully immersive VR experience. Popular VR games include Horizon Call of the Mountain, Resident Evil Village, and No Man's Sky. The headset is lighter and more comfortable than its predecessor, with a see-through mode to check your surroundings without removing it. From the original 1994 PlayStation to the futuristic PS5 and VR2, Sony has continually pushed the boundaries of gaming. Each console improved graphics, gameplay, and player immersion, shaping the way millions of gamers worldwide enjoy games. PlayStation's legacy is built on innovation, strong franchises, and an unmatched gaming experience, and it looks set to continue dominating the gaming world for years to come. If you enjoyed this journey through PlayStation history, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss our videos.